raising her, and in an organization. So you think you don't got time? We got time. If organizers of color are putting their bodies on the line and finding time to organize when they don't need to, because they didn't build the system. Who built up this system? Who benefits from the system?
White people.
White European people. This is a really good crowd. I'm really glad that you're all receptive to this because this is what needs to be said.
Yes.
And it hasn't been said much out in Beaverton.
Right.
So, I'm in an organization called the Marilyn Buck Abolitionist Collective. And yes, we are for abolition of the system.
Yeah.
We work very closely with the All African People's Revolutionary Party, the AAPRP. That means that we as white European people organize together, unpack our white privilege, whiteness, white supremacy, white privilege, understand what those terms mean and how we perpetuate and benefit from that. And we're also accountable to the All African People's Revolutionary Party as well as Black Lives Matter Portland.
Yes.
So we don't get caught up in our own little white bubble and perpetuate the same stuff that this system is built up on and tells us and makes us feel good. And our black lives more important than white feelings, y'all.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that? Our black lives, indigenous lives, and people of color lives more important than your white feelings.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad you all know that. That is very important.
Yes.
So my takeaway for you all, come see me if you want to hit me up. I'll get your email address. I'll be glad to talk to you about organizing work. That is the biggest takeaway. Do not leave here without thinking about how you can get organized, because guess what? This system is organized and fine-tuned and shored up. And maybe some of us white folks just woke up last week and were shocked.
Right.
Maybe that's the wake-up call that we needed, but the problem is that comes at the expense of all the oppression coming down the pike on people of color.
Yes.
That people of color are going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
And we can't just go home to our safe little spots anymore. We have to stand up.
Right.
It
Right.
is incumbent on us.
Yes.
That is the call for today.
Yes.
So, I will be here. Come see me. I'll be glad to get your email address. We can talk about organizing work. It's crucial. There is no going back. It isn't going to get any better. And we have to, I am for smashing the system.
Yeah.
I am very, very clear that this system cannot be reformed. Can you reform a rotten apple into a brand new apple?
No.
So, would you all be out in the streets if Hillary Clinton had one? Oh, you would? Okay, because I don't think so. I think you all are in the illusion that Hillary Clinton will be just fine. She's an illusion. The system is the problem.
The system is the problem. The system is the
You're all very clear
problem.
about that. Don't let this liberal BS fool you. Don't let the TV, don't let NPR lull you into thinking that Steve Bannon
NPR
and
sucks,
Donald
man.
Trump are not that bad. I'll close with this. I was downtown at Whole Foods picking up a couple of things, and I sat down for a few minutes, and there was a group of white European folks. And they were talking about the election. Of course, I, as an organizer, am going to sit there and kind of eavesdrop because I want to hear what the average folks are talking about. And they were kind of talking, oh, you know, it's so bad what happened. And literally, like, 3 of the white European dudes are like, oh, you know, Trump's kind of rude, but he's not racist.
Yeah.
Is that a lie?
Yes.
Yeah. Is he a misogynist?
Yes.
Does he represent what the system is?
Yes.
And he just is, basically, you can look at him as a wake-up call, right?
Right.
Think about that. Don't go home and be lulled into a sense of security because people in your community do not feel safe.
Right.
People, I'm going to talk, the Marilyn Buck Abolitionist Collective, we have anti-imperialist politics. We have anti-white supremacist politics. We have anti-Zionist politics. That's right. I do Palestine solidarity work as well. And I'll close with this. The other reason why you all need to get involved because your tax dollars that prop up this system, Obama's been using those to drone brown folks across the ocean where we can't see.
Yeah,
That's imperialism.
that's right.
That is what the system is.
That's right.
The Obama administration has been fine-tuning the system that oppresses folks of color, indigenous people, and people all over the world so that Donald Trump can just roll on into a finely tuned imperialist system. This is an empire, and we need to be very clear about what the empire is and be under no illusions anymore. Because that's what it's going to take. And I'm not afraid to say it. I think more of us need to. More of us that are very clear. You know how I arrived at these conclusions? Political education. Read a book. I'll be glad to get your email and share resources.
And you know
I'm all
it's not
about
personal,
that.
right?
And I've taken way too much time. I'm going to finish up. Please hit me up. I'm glad to talk to you. No problem. I'm glad you're all out here. Wake up and let's get to work. Get organized. Got it? Thank you.
Thank you, honey.